Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I still remain the creative director and owner of DBC Creations. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please do so. Subscribe to my channel, give me a big thumbs up, drop your comments down below. If you have any question, I will drop the link of our recent video in the description box. If you mix any of them, please click on it and go and watch it so that you will not miss out. We are going to start by cutting out this fabric label. We are going to trace it out. So after tracing this fabric label out, we are going to add, because it's a freehand method, we have to add all the necessary seam allowances. So from here, this is where I will place my tape and start measuring the length. So from here, I'm going to measure my chest line, which is 7, my bust, shoulder to nipple, which is 10 and a half, my shoulder to waist, 17 and a half, then my hip, waist to hip is 8. So this depends on where you want your top to stop. So from this 8, the full length is 25.75. so I'm going to make it to be 27 plus my seam allowance, which will be 1 inch. So I'm going to continue the measurements here. So before you fold, you measure your largest body circumference. Mine is my hip 42 divided by 4 will give me 10 and a half. So 10 and a half is somewhere here. So I still have 3 extra 3.25 inches. So it's enough for what I'm going to use. I have folded it into 2. I'm going to use this to cut the front and the back. I'm going to cut out the parts that we need for this tutorial so there will be enough space. So this is what we are going to be needing for this tutorial. The next thing is to start placing our circumference. So we are going to start from the neck. Firstly, let me start from the neck. So I'm going to use standard neck measurement, which is 3 by 3. So for easy wear, I'm going to, there will be slits at the front neckline only, so that I can wear it out easily. So I'm going to use my neck ruler, my armhole ruler, to curve my neckline. So after getting my neckline, the next is to get my shoulder to shoulder measurement, which is 7 and a half. So I'm going to add half into it, making it to be 8. So on my bust line, my bust is 38. 38 divided by 4 will give me 9.5. So I'm going to place my tape at this center front and mark out 9.5, which is here. My hip is 42. 42 divided by 4 will give me 10.5. So I'm going to place my tape and mark out. We are going to get the actual waistline. My waist is 32. 32 divided by 4 will give me 8. So I'm also going to place my waist, which is 8. I'm going to add 3 inches to this. I'm going to attach extra fabric here. So since this is my shoulder line, I'm also going to add 3 inches to it. There is no need for your armhole, but if you want to put your armhole, I'm going to connect the lines like so. My armhole is 8. So I will use my armhole curve to curve my armhole out. So I'm going to extend this to this. Since I have connected the lines, I'm going to blend this hash line at the waistline. So it's also necessary for you to blend here. So after blending, I'm going to mark out the neckline for the back. So I'm going to use 1 inch. And I'm going to use my armhole curve to curve out. Remember that I said that the front will have slits, so make the slit to be 4.5 inches. So this is where the next slit will be. Remember that I have already added my back neck together with the front neckline. So the next step I'm going to take is to cut out the sleeve extension. Then after cutting out the sleeve extension, I'm going to trace out the interface for this neckline. So guys, on this I measured out the material that I'll be needing for this. I shoulder to my wrist is 26, so what I have here is 16 plus 3, 19. So is okay. This is the side that I will use to, because I'm going to divide this. I folded this into 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I didn't split the head here, I did the upper part, but I'm going to split the center for left and right side. You can make a curve like this to spice yours. You can make a curve like this to spice yours, or you can as in play with it, just do whatever you want. You can as well come down here and just make a curve depending on what you want and how you want yours to be. So I think I like this last one that I did. Remember, the full length that we are using is 27 plus 1 inch, 28, but I'm using 30 in case if there is excess, I will cut it out. It's better to have excess than to have shortage. So this is how mine is looking. If you want yours to be more defined, please, you can as well cut here. I want yours to be more defined, so I'm going to split this into 2. So I'm going to split the second one. So once I reach the end, I'm going to open the center and then split the remaining part. So this is how it looks like in full, not the center. So for the interface, I'm going to start with the front. No, it's not necessary for you to make your interface to stop at your shoulder. So this is where the slit will stop. here. I'm going to open it. So I'm also going to open the interface. So after opening the slit of the interface, this is where it will stop. So I will just make a curved line. For the back, I'm going to make the front and back to rhyme. So I will make sure that the lengths are equal. So I'm going to trim out. I'm cutting it out. Remember, this is the back one. So I'm going to remove this and use the back. Going to trim out. This is the back. This is the back with the interface. This is the front with the interface. Then this is the sleeve extension for this tutorial. So I'm going to show you guys. I will stitch off camera, then I will show you guys how I joined everything. I have joined the front and back together on the shoulder. I have to remove this armhole curve. So I'm going to trace out this armhole. I'm removing it because I'm going to add that extension all through here down. I have also stitched the interface for it, the front and the back interface together. I'm going to join the neckline. I'm going to join this interface to the main fabric, and then I will show you guys how the inner looks like. I have joined the main fabric and the interface together. So this is how it's looking now. The next is for me to attach this. So see why I removed this armhole. If the armhole was there, it will prevent your work to be neat, but since the armhole is no longer there, I'm going to attach this like so. I'll open my stitch. So I'm going to attach it all the way down, and I'm going to attach this all the way down. Then later I will flip it out. So I'm going to stitch this to the main fabric, then see how it looks. I'm through attaching the sleeve together. So this is what I attached. This butterfly extension. So this is how the side looks like. So this is what the side looks like. So from here you can now decide how butterfly you want yours to be. So I'm going to fold this into two. So I will now trim out, and it will give me a guide on how butterfly I now want it to be. So I'm going to trim out a little bit and not much.